Welcome back, folks. It's Aaron here once more again, and today we're going to be doing my first loot haul of the new year. It's going to be everything I was able to acquire yesterday, since today's Sunday, by the time I probably post this, during my road trip extravaganza, I'm going to call it, because I didn't mention before during the last time, on the last loot haul, that I was going to go back to the Gundam base and basically get some stuff that I was able to get because the paycheck already paid. And yeah, I was actually able to go there and actually a couple other places too. Some other stops as well, which I actually will show you in a bit in the loot hole. But yeah, overall it was a pretty nice trip. Got to see more of the city, more of the area around. So yeah, without further ado, folks, dive right in with my loot hole of the new year for 2026. So I'm going to do this loot hole a little bit more different because I'm going to kind of do it via the stores that I kind of went to. So starting off with the first store, it's actually a really small store, but I do recommend going if you are in the area. It's called Nakama Toys. Really nice store. I do recommend looking it up. It's actually really great. Has a lot of gunpla, a lot of anime figures, collectible stuff, a lot of Godzilla stuff, which I'm kind of regretting not getting some of the Godzilla stuff over there. But we're pretty great. This is all the information for the store. If you want to go check it out, really nice store, really great. Actually, I was one of the things I've been doing is trying to do a little more exploring around of like different places. What's it called? But it was a really nice store. I do recommend it if you are in the area and do want to look around stuff. It's a really nice store to go to. They have their own website, their own Twitter, Facebook. There you go, look up and see what they have in stock. But overall, it's pretty great. And not gonna lie, when it comes to gunpla, they had a whole assortment for it. Starting off with, I was able to get myself a base jabber unicorn version. This right here is based to fly something you see in the events of Gundam Unicorn, especially based for the Jesta units, which, not gonna lie, this is actually gonna be great since I do have a couple of my Jestas. So I just might add this guy right here onto either my base Jesta or my Jesta cannon and have him base deployed on that somewhere around there. I've been wanting to get one of these jabber bases for like a good while, but it's either they're usually either never in stock or when I try to find them, they're a little more expensive than they should. Because the regular base price around should be like around 12, 13 bucks. This was 13 bucks, which is not bad at all. This one is the unicorn version for this one, which I do kind of like the design of this one. The unicorn version a little bit much more better than, I think was it the Zeta or Double Zeta era for the Jabber base. Overall, really great. And it's going to be really fun just displaying a lot of my different gunpla on this because it's basically what its name says, basically a jabber base to basically your units. Basically any units that's not meant to be sustaining flying or don't have flight packs, basically allows them to basically fly. Going from this to a rare model kit, which I am so glad, and my friend is kind of jealous. I was able to acquire a P Bandai version of the Pale Rider D2 Titans version. This right here is a P Bandai kit, as you can see from the box itself. For those who don't know, any box you see kind of like this is P Bandai. It's a limited edition. The fact I was able to find this there was actually really great. I have been trying to acquire all the Pale Rider units, but as you know, the Pale Rider units are most of them are P Bandai and pretty expensive. Trying to find any one of them that's a cheap price was, oof. I mean, this was still expensive, so it's like 55 bucks. But not gonna lie, it really is worth it. I know my friend was a little bit jealous. The friend I'm talking about was cold. He actually has most of the Pale Rider units. I have no clue if he has this one specifically, but I'm pretty sure he doesn't. This is the Titans version of the Pale Rider D2. This is the one with the Mega Launcher and Machine Gun, I think. Yeah, the Mega Launcher with the Machine Gun with the Missile Launcher. I do remember using this in Battle Operations too, back when I was still playing, and when the game was still functional. Well, on PlayStation, it works fine. On PC, it works fine. Just the load time, just the wait time for just finding games is the only problem with the game. But overall, really great. I'm really happy about this. And this is actually going to be the second Pale Rider unit in my collection, as I've already previously shown my Pale Rider ground type beforehand on previous videos. But yeah, overall, this is actually really great find. I actually was happy to find. And another gunpla to my collection, especially with the P Bandits, because this is actually one of the many few P Bandit kits that I do have. So, going to basically next up, because I still got a couple more things from there as well. Though I did buy my sister, because my sister and I kind of went overall. I did get her some Pokemon stuff. But for me, I actually got two other figures, SH Figure Arts. starting off with Dragon Ball. What's it called? I got myself the SH Figures Bulma Adventure Begins. This is basically back in the beginning of the original Dragon Ball when we first meet Bulma. Oh, a really, really nice figure. This is basically when Bulma and Goku first meet. During the adventures were really, really nice figure. Really, really not bad at all. Granted, they did have a bunch of other Dragon Ball figures there, but I kind of already had most of them there, so there wasn't really a need for me to get any of the other ones at the moment. But overall, really, really nice figure. There's actually one of the other ones I've been trying to get as well. I'm trying to get more of the other Dragon Ball characters as like if you're not like most of the regular shops, like some of the regular retail stores that do sometimes have the SH figures, you only have the ones that are usually already available. Like any other thing else, you usually have to go to special either online or specialized stores. So I'm actually happy I was able to find this. Overall, this one actually has a couple different face plates. It has their weaponry as well. Back when Bulma still carry weapons, it has the Dragon Radar, and I'm pretty sure that's the 2 or 4-star Dragon Ball. I think. I can't really see it clearly. I have to open the box to figure out which Dragon Ball she's carrying there. But overall, looks pretty nice. The box art looks pretty good. And yeah, but we're not done with that. I still have one more box and another SH figure arts because actually got one a little bit heavy on the SH figure arts. We have SH figure arts Tsunade, the legendary medical ninja from Naruto. There's another one from Bandai Namco of their SH figure arts right here. As it has Tsunade right here, basically as we see here. Or a really, really nice box. It has also different faceplate suits, so we can recreate a lot of the styles for her angry pose when she's using her legendary, I forget what's called, medical ninja stuff. I'm forgetting the names. I really have not been into Naruto in like a good while. At least when it comes to characters. But overall, this is actually a nice figure. Looks pretty great. It has different faceplates. Reaction registration looks good. It has an extra Naruto head. I don't know the reason for that. It might be just for one of the SH figure arts Naruto figures that has an extra head for that. So if I actually do find one for that one, or wherever the one for that one is, probably just attach it for that. Has a decent number of heads. What's it called? For different poses for the hands. Also has the jutsu ones as well, and also has a necklace. Overall, looks pretty great. Nice, really detailed figure. Is overall SH figures, I think it's been doing good. Like almost comparable to Figma when it comes to like their figures. One of these days I'll probably do a comparison between Figma and SH figures, but that will be later down the line. Overall, figure looks pretty nice. And yeah, one of these days we'll probably open this. Going on, now let's go on to Gundam Base. So in Gundam Base, and I'm going to be starting this off a little bit as one of the other figures, and another one I've been kind of wanting to get for a while. If anybody's a fan of Advanced Data, it's right here is the Wound Wart. So this one's the clear version of this, as the only one they have. This right here is the Gundam TR6 Wound Wart. This is actually one I've been wanting to get for like a while because I am a fan of Advanced Data. I only have I think one of the Advanced Data kits. But I've been trying to get a lot of them because I really am a fan of the Advanced Data series. I've been reading, or when I can, the books for them, which is actually pretty, really great. I do love the lore for it, and the Wound Wart, and its all design is really, really great. This thing has gone through many variations. This right here is the Gundam Base version of this, as I mentioned before. I did go to Gundam Base for this. Oh, another thing too. Today when I went to Gundam Base, no, not today. Yesterday when I went to Gundam Base, since it is basically yesterday now. Some people in my last video when I went to Gundam Base last time asked for the lines, like if there was a line and stuff. So I now know why there's a line now. So when I went last time to Gundam Base, it's because I went early in the morning basically when they opened. Basically, there was no lines then because not that many people show up. But when I went yesterday, I kind of went like more like the afternoon, and there was a line, a big line. So for those who want to know, when you go to Gundam Base, it depends on the time. If you go there early in the morning, like 10 a.m., 10 to 11 a.m., there's not going to be lines. Just go in there, no problem at all. But once you start hitting like the afternoon, like maybe 12, maybe 1 p.m., they're probably going to start doing lines. So yeah, so it really depends on the time when you go to Gundam Base on how long the line's going to be. And another thing too, I did find out too, they do rotations on kits. Because what's it called? Remember my last loot hole was when I showed the Asteroid Red Dragon. Yeah, that's no longer there on the shelves. They still have it on the display right there, but as far as the shelves goes, it's gone. So apparently they do rotation on a lot of stuff. So some things that you see on one trip and then you go back and it's not there anymore, they do rotations. Uh, Whether or not they have them in the back stock or they just rotate them out or they're out of stock for it, at least in the meantime, I have no clue. But I am so glad I got the Astray Red Dragon when I did. I kind of wish I would have gotten two, but you know what, it's fine. But either way, I'm happy I got the Wound Wart. Really, really nice kit. Yes, they had a lot of more other stuff too as well I could have gotten, but some of the high grades I already had. Other ones, they were not my favorite. At least not ones I particularly want to get right now at the moment. And granted, there were a bunch of master grades. Was still hoping for Tallgeese. There's no Tallgeese master grades, even though they have them on display. So that's my one sadness. Or at least Tallgeese 4. Not Tallgeese 4, Tallgeese 3. That's the one I want to get. But if not, I'll probably just have to get that one online. But overall, really, really great. Really happy I got this. More advanced data kits. I'm actually trying to get the rest of the other ones too when I ever get the chance to. But overall, pretty great. And we're not done yet because I did get another SH figure art from there as well. And this is actually the kind of the reason why this one was actually expensive at Gundam Base. Is right here is going to be the SH figure arts Lucas Klein Pilotsu version, right on set version for the SH figure arts Tamashi Nation version. So right here is basically we see Lucas Klein during the events at the end of Gundam's Mosu Gundam Freedom. Mosu Gundam Sea Freedom. This is the basically when we see Locust at the end of the movie. A little spoilers. When she comes to save Kira after the Freedom Striker gets damaged again, and she brings basically the new backpack for it. Which, not gonna lie, I'm actually kind of regretting. I'll probably do this next time around when I ever get the chance to again and get paid again. I'm going to try to get myself the rest of the Freedom kits right there because I do technically have them all in stock. Overall, really nice figure. I'll probably do probably unbox for this one of these days. Or really nice. This was expensive, so I will tell you this here now because this is taking the whole right side. This is basically Lucas was the right on seat as well. I can see right there. What's it called? Overall, really nice figure. I will say the price for this is expensive. So I will be letting you know that if you do go there to get the base and want to get this, is like $130. So this is really expensive. This is actually as expensive as one of the Figmas, or at least one of my higher end Figmas. So I'm going to be honest with you, more accessories depending on the situation. It really depends. But overall, still nice, really good figure. And yeah, looks pretty nice. On to my next loot haul. And the last two are going to be two things I went to because after I basically went a whole U-turn around like the whole city, I kind of went back to Chicago Ridge, which is actually pretty nice mall. If people want to go there, I have really a lot of good stuff. Stopping at the GameStop there because I would always like to stop at a GameStop because that one's at least particularly decently nice when it comes to stuff. Well, most of the time. Actually, they kind of were low on a lot of the figures and stuff. But I did find myself a Marvel Legends figure. This right here is the Enchantress. Probably one of the only good, Marvel Legends figures I saw there at the moment. Because most of the other ones they kind of had were just regular villains and that were not noticeable. I will say this. She's a really nice figure. And character she do like, especially for most of the sword characters. The sculpted for face looks pretty nice. That's actually one good reasons for picking her up. Looks pretty nice. She is a favorite character. That I kind of do like. There's actually a whole build. This is one of the build a figure set for these kind of figures. That you should basically get all these sets right here for the characters, and then you build basically the character there, which is the Executioner, her companion. Not a bad figure. If I'm going to be honest, it's probably one of the only few figures that was there at that GameStop that had decent, or at least I didn't have copies of, because I would do a good amount of stuff. Overall, really nice figure, not bad at all. And then last but not least, going to the other anime store that's there. It's called Box Lunch, which is pretty great. It's more of a hobby nerd store, and it's another One Piece figure, and it is Nico Robin in the Egghead version. This is the one I was contemplating on getting. No, there's another one that was a Nami one, which I'm pretty sure I did get. I'm pretty sure I did do on one of my last orders. It was using the November one I did. But this is the other version of that one, at least the comparable one during the events of the, when I think during the Grand Line. But this is the Ramen one. This is one I actually kind of got really lucky on getting. Overall, pretty really nice figure. Actually, I'm kind of glad I actually went to both the stores because I did have coupons apparently because it's like 1 year anniversary and stuff for my apparently my membership for the stores. So I actually got $10 off. So that's actually pretty great. So these figures tend around like around $30, but because of my coupon stuff, I got this for like $20, which is actually not bad at all. Another pretty special and another One Piece character to my list again. Overall, pretty nice figure. Do like the box really easy. These boxes are really good. It's ready to keep the characters safe. So a lot of times, some boxes don't tend to hold like really good, and some characters tend to break off. But overall, looks pretty good. Can't wait for doing the unbox for this one. And with that, folks, that out of the way, that is it for my loot haul for the beginning of the new year for 2026 in January. Overall, if I could do say so myself, it was pretty nice haul, if I do say so myself. I did enjoy the adventure. I did enjoy driving around and seeing more of the city and area. It was actually pretty great. I did find some new places, actually a lot of food places too, if I do say so myself, because I did get hungry. A lot of the restaurants I did see around, probably would have stopped some of them there as well. But overall, it's pretty really nice. I really did enjoy locating some of these new areas, like Nakama Toys. That was actually a pretty great toy shop, which I do recommend if you do want to go. It's pretty really nice. It's a little bit small. I would say do mind the parking when you try to go around there, as it is kind of limited parking. It's because it is kind of like more in a downtown area or like city area, so parking is kind of like a little bit hard. So just do know that if you do go there. Same thing with Gundam base. If you do go all the way to Rosemont, as parking there was kind of more difficult today, especially when I went more later in the afternoon. As it took me like probably 10-15 minutes to find parking. Because I ended up letting my sister go into the store while I went to go find parking, which they take a while. So I will let you know that. So if you do go to these places, just mind the parking. So if you do go with friends and family, you might personally have to find parking space while they go and explore, and then you go join them, because that's what I did. Ridge Mall, I will say this, I do kind of like it a little bit better, as they have the big lot open parking. So finding parking was actually pretty easy there, which is actually not bad as well. But yeah, overall, I did enjoy my time. Traveling around was actually pretty great. I did enjoy seeing around more and more of the areas, which I try to do more and more. And I did enjoy the stuff that I get. Some more gunpla, some more SH figures, some more figures I actually did enjoy. But yeah, if you did enjoy the video, folks, please consider dropping a like, share, and subscribe. As always, we appreciate it. As always, have a nice day, folks. As I pardon, saying out, and I'll see you guys on the next one. And I am sorry for the camera unfocusing myself because focusing on the backside. So, without further ado, folks, take care and have a good night.